To start, I love the dynamic that you and Mary's character have, especially when it comes to kind of the insanity that is everything going on with their brother. And what was it like for you guys to kind of build that sister relationship in a movie like this?
I can't believe Mary Holland and I haven't been cast as sisters before. I can't believe we're not actually sisters separated at birth because it was so natural. And I love that dynamic of being kind of the little sister who just finds this the greatest thing that's ever happened to the family because it's so hilarious.
Well, yeah, and I do love like I'm a big fan of The Most Dangerous Game and Jake Johnson in general. So it's a great kind of collaboration between two things that I thoroughly enjoy. But the family, like keep going back to them, is the funniest thing I think I've seen in a movie in a while because he just gets progressively more kind of deranged and beat up, and they don't care. They're like, "Sure,
I
dude,
know,
if you
I love it. I love it
but
because they're like a real family. I was even saying to Jake, I'm like, this should be a sitcom. Like, we should do a show after this of just the Walcott family because it was hard to keep it together. Everyone was so funny, and especially, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's this one point where Tommy Jake, played by Jake Johnson, comes back home and I can't say something has happened to his face, and it was very hard to keep it together.
I do love to like to get into slight slurs. I do love like that their father's not around and he comes back and just drops a very quick, yeah, I've seen dad, it's fine, blah blah blah. And they're like, no, go back. What
Yeah,
did you just say? Like, what do you mean you saw him? And then like he proceeds to explain like, the absolute insane way that their father comes back in his life. But for you guys, and you are, because I'm assuming like as a community that you guys probably had a lot of improv based in these scenes. Did you
well,
guys get to like build that dynamic on an improv level, or was it just fully like what was already pre-written?
it was that's such a great question because when we were all cast, Jake had us go over to his house as a family and just all read through the script. And if we had, he was so generous with like if we had any thoughts or things we thought we would say differently. And so we got to do what I like to do best is kind of improv before. So to like come up with stuff that our characters would say, and he really let us take over our roles in a way. So and he put that out to the entire cast, and then I was informed that I was the only one who sent him a like 5 page like notes and things that I would say, probably because I'm a Virgo, and then no one else did. But a lot of my stuff was improvised, or just stuff that I thought was funny. And but everything was on the page. It was such a great script, but in terms of the family dynamic, he really let us like banter between each other.
Oh, I love that. I do think too, like I like the difference between the comedy moments in this movie versus like, the absolute creepy nature of like I talked to Eduardo and I was like, I am obsessed with like that whole like the ninjas and the PAs all being so creepy. But
Yeah.
when you do get to be the like lighter aspect of a movie that does have those very creepy moments, you ever wish it could be in the scenes where it's like, the ninjas coming out of a closet and like doing cartwheels to reveal that they've been putting cameras everywhere.
I love that exact moment. Like visually, it's so cool. And I love that I got to be the one who can laugh at this stuff. It kind of reminds me of like on Schitt's Creek, my character was the one who could just like look at this family and all their ridiculous things and get to laugh as I did in life. And so that's kind of what it felt like on set because Jake talking about the ninja PAs is very hard to take seriously. But it was very fun to like poke him with it. So yeah, I do love that thing though, the comedy and how seriously he takes it is what makes it really funny.
Yeah, and it is so funny to cut to like your face in those shots, and you are just like trying not to laugh at somebody who's saying these absolutely off the walls like things that like we have seen happen to him as the
Yeah, I
audience.
wasn't
And
acting. I was literally trying not to laugh.
but it's it really fits with the characters too, because it's like this family of like, sure, dude, I think you're just going through something and not talking to, but for you, what is the joy of getting to play like that kind of character that it cuts to, and you have to have your face like ready to go to the audience reaction in those kind of moments?
I mean, I feel spoiled when I get to play parts like this, because I really just get to enjoy what's actually happening in a way that my both my character and me and everyone watching the film would be. So it feels like I'm getting paid to not act and just be entertained by everyone around me. So the main feeling is guilt, but then it's just a I just feel like I can't believe they pay me for this.
For a last discussion with a movie like this, I said to Eduardo, there are two like it fits a bunch of niches and it works as a collective film to make the general public also excited, because I think you have the comedy nerds and then you have those of us who like loved oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the book that I love, The Most Dangerous Game. Uh, and you also have like the people who are in the middle of the Venn diagram, and like it's there's so many different levels. What do you hope audiences take away when they finally get to see Self Reliance?
I think you just articulated it perfectly, and you're kind of saying what Jake had set out to do was to have that aspect of it of the game be really real and exciting and then also have coming home to the family be really funny and I hope they take away from it what I did when I first saw it was I can't believe how great this movie is. I think it's so funny. I think it felt like a big movie, big comedy movie that we haven't seen in a while. Like there hasn't been something that I felt other than Barbie recently that I felt I wanted to go out to the theater and laugh and this feels like that. I just think Jake did an amazing job. So yeah, I hope people take away what you took away from it and what I took away from it when I saw it.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and I hope that people love it as much as I did, because I think it's truly one of my favorite movies so far. So
Right?
thank you for talking with me today. I really appreciate it.